Hi guys, today's lesson is on rounding. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to round up to a whole number and round to a certain decimal place. Let's look at how we can round to the nearest whole number. When rounding to the nearest whole number, we look at the digit after the decimal point. If the digit is 5 or greater, then we round up. If the digit is less than 5, then we round down. Let's look at an example. Write the following correct to the nearest whole number. Let's look at 12.56. We want to see whether this number, 12.56, is closer to 12 or closer to 13. So is this number closer to 12 or closer to 13? We look at the number after the decimal place. The number after the decimal place, in this case, is 5, and therefore we round up. As 5 is the first number after the decimal place, we round up and our answer is 13. This means that our number, 12.56, is closer to 13 than it is to 12. Let's look at the next one. Round to the nearest whole number, 9.48. We want to know, is the number of 9.48 closer to 9 or closer to 10? We look at the number after the decimal place. This number is less than 5, and therefore we round down. Our answer is 9. Please pause and take down this example. Let's look at how we can round decimals. We're given the number 2.75241302, and we want to round it to one decimal place. First, look at the digit in the first decimal place. We need to write everything down up to this. Then, look at the digit in the second decimal place. If this digit is 5 or more, then we need to round up the digit in the first decimal place. Therefore, our answer is 2.8. Let's try another example. We're given the number 3.141592654, and we want to round it correct to one decimal place. Please remember your steps. We need to keep everything up to the first decimal place. So we need to keep the 3 in the point. If the number in the second decimal place is less than 5, then we round down. This means our answer is 3.1. Let's look at how we would round this number to 2 decimal places. In this case, if we're rounding to 2 decimal places, we keep everything up to the second decimal place. And look at the third digit after the decimal point. So we keep everything up to the second decimal place. And then we look at the third digit. This number is less than 5, so we round down our second decimal place. This gives us 3.14. Let's try another. We want to round this number to 3 decimal places. To do this, we keep everything up to the third decimal place and we look at the fourth digit after the decimal point. We're given 3.141592654. We know we are keeping everything up to the third decimal place. To find what the third decimal place is, we look at what our fourth digit is. This number is greater than is 5. Therefore, we round up. Our answer is 3.142. Let's try a few more. Complete the following table. We're given 63.4721. First, we're asked to round it to the nearest whole number. To round to the nearest whole number, we look at the digit after the decimal place. If it is less than 5, we round down. This gives us 63. In part 2, we're asked to round it to one decimal place. Here, we keep everything up to the first decimal place. And we look at the second decimal place to see whether we round up or down. Our second decimal place is greater than 5, and therefore we round up. This gives us 63.5. Let's try the next one. Here we're asked to round to two decimal places. If we wanted to two decimal places, we keep everything up to the second decimal place. To find what our last digit is, we look at the value of the third decimal place. This number is less than 5, and so we round down. This gives us 63.47. Let's try another. In the last one, we're asked to round it to 3 decimal places. This means we keep everything up to the third decimal place. And we look at the fourth decimal place to see whether we round up or down. Our fourth decimal place is less than 5. And therefore we round down. This gives us 63.472. Let's recap with one more example. We're given the number 87.6564. We're asked to round it to the nearest whole number. We look at the digit after the decimal point. In this case, it is greater than 5. Therefore, we round up. Our number is closer to 88. Let's round it to one decimal place. We keep everything up to the first decimal place. And we look at the second decimal place to see whether we round up or down. The second decimal is 5, and therefore we round up. This gives us 87.7. Let's look at the next one. Round correct 2 decimal places. We keep everything up to the second decimal. And we look at the third decimal to see whether we round up or down. In this case, our third decimal is greater than 5, and we round up. This gives us 87.66. Our last one. Round correct to 3 decimal places. Here, we keep the 3 decimal places and everything before that. We look at the fourth decimal place to see whether we round up or round down. In this case, our fourth decimal place is less than 5, and so we round down. This gives us 87.656. Okay guys, I want you to pause this video and take down the examples.